look at us go. It's right at 1:15. So welcome everyone to Stretch with the Leader. We've got Patrick Carroll here this afternoon. Excited to have you with us, Patrick. And before you jump into your Live Well moment, would love for you to just take a moment to let us know what you do with Intermountain.
Yes, indeed. So my name is Patrick Carroll. I am a neonatologist in St. George, and I'm also the Associate Chief Medical Officer for the Desert Region for Acute Care and Chief Medical Officer for St. George Regional Hospital. So I've been here for a number of years and love being here.
Thank you for sharing that. Love that. Excited to hear about your Be Well moment. So I'm going to turn it to you just to share that information. If you're inclined, you can lead the stretch too today, but otherwise.
Well, yeah, I think I might have switched it over. You're probably seeing which screen are you seeing? A full presentation or?
I'm seeing the books and the Dr. Seuss on the next slide.
Okay, let me try to move that over. Okay, you know what?
Okay, I'm
just
going to
stick
mute
with
myself and let you take it over, and then just feel free to turn it back to me and we'll get the stretch going.
All right, perfect. So I decided I would start out, and I'm looking to see if there's some people that may have been in meetings with me before. And I'd like to start out by sharing a little bit of a story. And this is something that occurred a couple of weeks ago. There was an individual who truth be told, a little bit of a ditzy college student that walked into a library, walked up to the circulation desk and went up to the librarian and said, I'd like to have a cheeseburger, a fries, and a milkshake, please. And the librarian was a little bit surprised and looked around and said to this ditzy college student, do you have any idea where you're at? And this college student looked around and said, oh, I'm so sorry. I'd like to have a cheeseburger, fries, and a milkshake, please. So why do I share that? The reason I share it is because one of the things I love to do in my leadership role is I like dad jokes. I like to sing dumb songs periodically and just have a good time with the team. In medicine, we have to be serious a lot of the times. There's things that we do that are very high stakes and very serious, but not 100% of the time. And when we look at our model of the domains of being well, to me, those being a little bit silly occasionally, telling a joke occasionally, as you know, when it's appropriate, fits into both the social and the emotional be well moment for me. And more importantly, and you saw this, it's one of my favorite Dr. Seuss quotes. Today you are you, that is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. I think that's really important because each one of you, each one of us, is our own person. And when we try to be somebody else as a leader, when we try to be somebody else as a physician, as a nurse, as a caregiver, we're not going to be our best self. We can generally do our job and do the key components while still being who we are and being ourselves. And that for me is the leadership moment, or the share that I want to leave is be you. There's no one youer than you, so embrace you, love you, and be you. Melissa, back to you.
Thank you for that, Dr. Carroll. Such a good reminder too, just to keep it light when we need it to be light. The jokes here and there. I'm sure you've got some good dad jokes. I'm thinking when we end our departmental meeting with Select Health, it's always on a dad joke type of note. So thank you for sharing that with us this afternoon. Always a pleasure to have a leader with us here in our Stretch with the Leader. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, I will stop spotlighting you, and we'll get going, everyone, with our stretch with a leader. So join me on your feet and let's move our bodies. Let's take a minute just to check in on this Monday afternoon. Hope you're all feeling good, having a great day. Hope you came off of a good weekend. All right, take your feet underneath your shoulders. Nice little wider stance rather than a little narrow. So bring it where it's comfortable to you to really root through your feet. Stand up nice and tall, that nice proud stance. Let's take our shoulders up, down, and back a couple of times. We're going to stretch from head to toe, starting with our neck and then make our way all the way down. All right, take those shoulders up, down, and back. Relax and settle in. Shake it out a little bit. Drop your left ear to your left shoulder. It's a nice, easy neck stretch. And let the chin drop towards the chest. Pause there. Take that breath in and out. Maybe a little longer, deeper breath. Maybe perhaps that exhale out of the mouth, if that's helpful to you. And then drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. And we're going to put it all together. Drop the chin back towards the chest, over to the left. Come back up nice and tall. Take another half circle from right to left. Meet me around back of the center. Take that breath in. Let's exhale left to right. Just a couple to even it out. Listen to your bodies today. Please just do what's feeling good, what's calling out to you as we move through our stretches. All right. Take the shoulders up, down, and back a couple of times. We're going to come into a little chest expansion to find some space through the chest. Shoulders come up, down, back. Reach the hands back. So you can stay here. Take them to the low back or interlace fingers. What's ever most accessible and not forced. Shoulder blades come a little closer to one another on the back. Lastly, let the head fall back slightly to find that space between our chin and chest. And just breathe. Let's take a great big breath in through our nose. Audible exhale, sigh it out, or just in and out of the nostrils. One more time. Super. Shake it out. Let's bring that right arm across to stretch out the shoulders, little fist fling with the hand. Still pressing and rooting down through our feet. Nice sturdy foundation there. Crown of the head's lifted up. One more breath. Take the arms out to a nice big T. Find that space, expand through the collarbones. Bring that left arm across the front of the chest. Equal stretch here on this left side. Breathe in and out. One more great big breath. Make sure to smile. This is enjoyable, right? Shake it out a little bit. Interlace the fingers. We're going to stretch through the forearms and release through the wrists. So bring the palms towards the screen as you rotate the interlaced fingers. Stretching it out. Option to stay right here. Arms are at shoulder height, or you can start to raise the hands overhead and just add some gentle leans from side to side. Press through the palms towards the ceiling if you're coming with me. Gently arc from side to side. One more over to that right side. Back up through center, lift. Exhale over to the left. And back up. Let's bring our hands back to shoulder height. Take the knuckles. Broaden through your back and find that space. Bring the chin back towards the chest and reach the hands towards the screen. One more inhale and exhale. And release, relax. Let's do a little wrist stretch, just rotating the hand towards the screen again. The left fingertips gently pull towards you. Nice and easy, no pains or strains, as I always like to remind. Okay, right side, right fingertips towards you. Just these little subtle things we can do throughout our day. Little wrist circles. And then we're going to move up and come back to little elbow circles. Reverse the direction if you haven't already. And then bring the hands to the top of the shoulder heads. Let's find those elbow circles. Small or big, just find what feels good to your body. Let's reverse those circles. All right, we're going to come down to the lower half. So keep the feet shoulder width, bend to the knees, sweep the arms, big stretch up. Take a lateral side body stretch to your right. That right hand reaches towards the knee. Left hand is extended high. We're just finding some space here on the left side body. Back up through center. Let's arc and reach to the left. Left hand down, right hand up, just to rinse and repeat. Relax that top right shoulder. Keep the gaze neutral. Back up nice and tall. Goal post your arms, open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades on the back. And then from here, we're going to take the hands back up, take the gaze with the fingertips, wiggle them in the air. Float the hands back at your side, bring your hands to your hips, bend the knees, and let's hinge forward. So most importantly here, abs are pulling up and in to protect the back, generous bend of the knees, just to start to feel a little release through the hamstrings. Hands to the top of the thighs for extra support, and we're going to come into standing cat and cow like we do in yoga if you're familiar. Inhale, open. Great big exhale, tailbone tucks, navel to spine, round the back, chin to chest. Bring it forward. Nice fluid movement. Opening up the front and the back side. One more time. Bring it through. Inhale. And great big exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Slow to roll it back up. Let the head arrive last. One more reach of your arms. And then exhale, drop them. Okay, feet are going to stay about shoulder width, maybe a little wider. We're going to do some hip circles next. So hip shift to the left. Take it forward, over to the right, and back. Now, small or big with your movement, just working out any kinks or tightness you're feeling this afternoon. One more in that left to right direction, and then stay over there on the right side. Let's shift forward, bring it around, reverse the direction. These always feel so good. Just little movement, especially when we're sitting in our chairs. Couple more right here. All right, last one. Okay, from here, widen the stance just a little. Doesn't have to be super big. If you have your chair or desk handy, use it for a little extra stability. Just a lateral lunge here. So we're going to shift over to our left side. Hips come back rather than that knee jotting over the toes. Little link through the inner thigh here on the right. And again, it's a gentle stretch. Just a nice release through the inner thigh here on the right side. Belly still pulls in to protect the back. And coming back up nice and tall. If you need to, widen the stance to feel the stretch. We all need something different. So please keep listening to your body. Tune into what's calling out to you today. One more breath. And back up nice and tall. Bring your feet about under your hips. Let's lengthen that right leg out. So heel comes to the floor. We're bending into this left knee. Also a good place to use the chair or desk. Bend the right knee. Make sure the leg's not fully extended. Just a soft micro bend is great. Flex the toes towards the shin. And just breathe. Nice little hamstring stretch. Feeling that in the calf, the more the toes draw back. Take another breath. And let's come back up nice and tall. We're switching sides. Send that left leg out in front of you, heel down, toes flex, soft micro bend in the knee, and just gently shift the hips back as if you're coming into that imaginary chair behind you. Take another great big breath. It's gentle. All right, we're coming up from here, and we're going to stretch and do a gentle lunge. Right foot in the front, left one back. Comfortable stance, widen it if you need to, those train tracks if that feels more comfortable and stable. So from here, we're feeling that up the left hip flexor pocket into the hip, and then bring the left arm up and over to your right. Just a little bit more stretch and release. Arm is just an option. You can keep them both down and just stay upright to feel that stretch, little bend, and extend back here on this left side. Check in with your breath. And lower the arm if you have it. Bring that left foot forward. Let's repeat. So right foot's going to draw back. Doesn't have to be a super big lunge. Knees are tracking with our toes here on our left side. Gently start to feel that release on the right. Right arm up and over option. Check in with your breathing. Nice long inhale and exhale. So good, everyone. Let's lower the right foot and left Join one another back underneath your hips, float your arms. Let's reach for that left wrist, gently pull to the right. And back up, right wrist to the left side. Back up through center, reach through the fingertips. We're gonna fold in half one more time. Hinge forward from your hips. If you'd like to fold down, let the crown of the head float to the floor. Otherwise, just join me with this halfway. Nice little release again through the back of the legs. And slowly bring the navel in towards the spine. One more time, round it. Let the crown of the head arrive back. Last nice upright posture, big reach of your arms. And then big exhale, let it go. All right, that is our stretch with the leader on this Monday afternoon. Hope you all enjoyed that. I'm just gonna quickly send